Austin, I've cooked you and your friends up some spaghetti.
No, ma'am. We ate some already.
I've made it right for you.
No, that's all right.
You didn't go to fast food again, did you?
Well, Grandma, I want to do this show with my friends called Food Fight. And we had 24 Krystal sandwiches.
Can Grandma come get some?
Hey, everybody, welcome to Food Fight. I am your host. I'm Austin.
I'm Show. I'm co-hosting.
And we have producing for us today.
On the ones and twos.
Wicca wicca.
Wicca wicca. My name is Kane.
All right, that's enough of that. We today on Food Fight, which is the greatest food review show ever made because of a couple reasons. Number one is food math. Mm-hmm. We had Krystal today.
We had Krystals.
We had crystals. We had lots of crystals.
We had Krystal.
I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, I don't know if you could tell what we've been doing for the last 20
For the
minutes.
audio listeners, there's a mountain
pile.
of Krystal burgers and fries
It's
in
vile.
front of them.
I've had 6 so far. What are you at?
The theme of this episode is at the back of this box, and it's staring right at me. It says, "If it ain't broke."
If it ain't broke, I'm starting to feel broke.
Yeah.
Smile and say cheese is going to be... Oh, smile and say cheese, please, is going to be like burned into my memory.
What's the what's our scoring overview? Like, how do you review this food on the food show?
I'm sorry. Well, so food math, like I said earlier, I brought it up a little bit, and then I was like, ooh, Krystal, because I saw it and I got excited and I wanted a burger. So I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah.
Food math is the way we're going to rate
burger.
food here on the show. And it's different than a normal food review score because we segment it up a bit. Because I think when talking about food, especially at fast food, food's kind of like, it's only half the battle.
It's only half the battle.
It really is. And so out of a 100-point score total, food only counts for 50 points.
You say only. I say that's big. That's still big.
No, that's still a big amount of points. I would agree. That's like the difference of a fail or a pass, right? And the rest is segmented into things you probably expect. The next 30%, which is 30 points.
Same. Good,
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
Synonyms.
I said it on accident, but
Homonyms.
it worked out.
It's not, yeah.
Homonyms.
You know what? I am not the language coordinator of MetaModern.
No, none of us are, thankfully. But yeah, the next 30 points is about brand, which is their advertising, their marketing, what you think about them in general. If you're like, hey, I went to Zaxby's today, and your friend goes, hey, I'm sorry. That's probably not a good sign of their brand. But if we said, I went to Krystal today, my mom and my lovely grandmother would probably both be like, oh, that's cool. I went there when I was a kid. They probably haven't been recently because, good Lord.
They can afford better.
They can afford better. Like dirt.
Yeah.
Hey, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. And then success.
And last is success out of 20. And, success is important for a restaurant because that actually kind of determines whether or not you want to go there. You don't want to go to somewhere you never heard of. People don't like change. And, just the overall success, how long a brand has been allowed. Good Lord. How long a brand? These Krystals fucked me up.
This Krystal, I just want to say real quick, before we started recording, he was like slurring his speech and stuff. I was worried you were drinking, but I think the Krystals has actually fucked you up.
Yeah, I had my flask in my car. Y'all didn't see it. I was driving, by the way.
I'm going to take
the bread is percolating into beer.
Don't touch my Coke.
Do you think is that what it is?
Yeah.
The bread is fucking become like fermented and become alcohol.
It's becoming beer while going. Well, we probably just ate fermented bread. Look at it.
Yeah. It's true.
You know what? So that's 100
Go ahead.
points.
And
we take off the cost.
Yeah, we look at the receipt at the end.
And we subtract cost. This episode's going to be a little interesting on cost. I think it'll be.
Yeah, we're dumb.
Well, in terms of food, what we ordered. You can order a sack full of burgers,
Right, which
at
is
Krystal's.
you can't order a sack of food anywhere else.
No, not that I'm
Let's go get
aware
started.
of.
I agree.
You literally say, "I want a sack full," and they're like, "All right."
Usually what we do is I'll be like, Show, this is what I order. This is what you're eating today. And Show will do vice versa for me. And this time, we both looked at the menu and went, I want a sack full.
Yes.
So we both got a sack full for each other, which was 24 Krystal hamburgers, 4 fries and 4 drinks. I don't know what we're gonna do the last drink. Maybe I'll feed it to the sink.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest. I'm
You,
on
know, you can do
7
it, Joey.
burgers.
You could do it like the competition people do, and they dip their burgers in the drink so they can get it down faster.
Hey, Joey Chestnut is wise. Let's not judge him.
Like
He's
really is.
he's the guy.
just to put like our food
My
into
hero.
perspective, an average order is 4 Krystal sliders, and you've had how many now?
I'm working on 7.
7. So 2 orders worth of food that you're eating, right? And we ordered 4 people's worth of food.
Well, I'm trying to do my part.
So
You guys are behind. You two combined are at my level.
That's true. I've had 3. I'm going to start eating my 4th
My power
burger.
level is beyond your comprehension.
I just, and I'm the one that likes crystals. I'm the big crystal
Yeah, I think it's
advocate, I
fine.
think, of the group, because everything that I'm looking at, I think, is going to tell us kind of how the show is going to go. Like when looking at this. So let's kick it off right into food.
Yeah, let's
right?
go.
Out of 50 points,
50 points.
I don't want to ask for like a raw score yet, but is there anything that you want to say about this right now?
So I think what's important is, and it's like kind of factored into food and like the whole food experience is the drive-through. It was empty, right?
And we go during pretty dinner time.
This was dinner hours. We literally got this at 6:37ish. Like this is when people would dinner is creeping in. We waited. Now to be fair, and for those listening audio, I've just gestured at our
Gesturing to a
24
table full of food.
boxes. We did get 24 burgers. However, they're all small, and this is all they make all day.
right. They have the
It took
hot dogs as well.
They do,
Tiny
but I
hot
assume they
dogs.
don't have those like
By the sack full.
cracking out all the. Yeah, you can't get a sack full of dogs.
I'm going to confirm that. Y'all keep talking.
That's fair. That actually, no, we could be so wrong. However,
So we got to refill.
yeah, I agree. So this took 15 minutes to get,
Yeah.
which for being the only people in line did feel kind of long.
Felt really long.
Of the people that were in front of us, though,
God,
I
this
saw
is
that
why I
they
love fast
also
food, though.
had big meal.
Yeah, but
big
that's all you
orders.
order at Krystal. That's all anybody gets. You get an enormous amount of food that you'll never eat.
So then I wonder if like the drive-through model is a failure of the Krystals
I
thing
feel
because
sick.
see now it's coming in.
Number 7
when
was
we
a
look at the
mistake.
food, we're really looking at this super simple construction, right? The burger patty, onion thing, some mustard, and then we get some fries. Oh,
So-
I think Kane's got a
Real
result.
quick, I just got a real quick, just
hit
a
us,
quick
hit
note.
us, hit us.
It does not say a sack full. You can order 12, and this is my favorite part though. You can order 12 chili cheese pups.
Yeah, they're pups. Yeah?
Pups,
They're not
not
dogs
dogs.
because they're
That's
little.
cool.
They're pups.
So you can order 12 of them. So they don't say
as an
sack
order,
full.
as like a deliberate order, you can order 12, and
But
not just say
you
I'd
can
like
order
12.
12,
of them.
but
many-
they are literally called sackfuls. The burger ones.
you
Like, they're
order
literally
that-
called.
Yeah.
You order a sackful.
Yeah,
If you were to order that in metric, how many would that be?
No, I'm saying it out loud though. Hasn't every time you've ever gotten any fast food ever been given to you in a sack?
that's true, but not a sack full.
Not a sack full. That's true.
This was full.
That's a great point.
Yeah, so I think the brand is pretty on it.
Yeah. So let's do the food and then let's
Yeah,
talk
let's
about the branding.
Let's
'Cause I wanna
do.
talk
Do we
about the
want to
boxing.
do
You
burgers
brought this up.
first?
Yeah, burgers.
Okay. Well, we had 2 things. We had burgers and fries. So we
Some
can,
with cheese and
this
some
will be
without.
True.
It's
Cheese
true.
and cheeseless.
So I was shocked because you said it after I had 2 cheeseburgers, and then you said I don't think the cheese is as good, and I said what? It's like the same. And then I had a normal one. I went, oh, that was better.
It's so much better
yeah,
without the
it's
cheese.
shockingly the cheese is more expensive and worse.
Really?
There's something
I think
about
so.
the cheese that takes
I think it's
away
because
from
the cheese-
mustardiness of it.
I
It's
think
too
because the
creamy.
cheese is so cheap because it has to be that it just can't be good.
supposedly
That's what I
on a
like about it.
burger. Really?
Yeah.
You just like
You were kind of down for the cheesy part.
I was down for the cheapness of the cheese.
so you prefer the cheese to the
It's a
non-cheese.
certain.
It's a specific type.
It's a certain feeling you get out of it, and it's definitely in your gut, but it's a
It's
feeling.
definitely a gut feeling. Yeah, 100%.
I got a real gut feeling right now. After, God, I had 7. Oh my God!
Well, you could do one more.
Oh, you're right. I could.
Because, yeah, we actually all really should do 8.
I know.
So we don't
That's
throw any
why
away.
I was.
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
well,
I'm on 4.
Again, I'm doing
I
my
couldn't
part.
do 4 more. That's insane.
It's
You can do 4
insane.
more.
It's
No,
so
it's
much.
Look at me. I'm
food.
smaller than you. You can do 4
I know,
more.
but, like, you're a psycho. Like, you have demented, like, issues.
Okay, so burgers. let's segment it up a bit.
Okay.
We could actually. This is something I think we've been getting into a little bit for the places we're going to, and that's the drinks. Mm-hmm. That's been weirdly a talking point, and I want to keep it up. Mm-hmm. Krystal drinks popped off.
I like the soda there.
Yeah, I don't
Sprite's
know
good.
what they're doing because I don't think they got the McDonald's cans.
No, the stainless steel or anything.
That rocked. That was a good ass Coke.
I think also
How's your Coke Zero?
Krystal is the southern brand
Right.
of White Castle.
Right.
So really, we should be trying to.
I thought you were about to say white trash, and I was like, yes.
But if their sweet tea was good, that's a good barometer of if
their sweet tea.
drinks are
I
good.
think their sweet tea is good. Yeah, I think it is. I think because it's just really sugary. It's like proper Southern sweet tea,
That's
which
kind
is
of
to
the
say
problem,
disgusting.
In store, we used to call it diabetes.
I am speaking of diabetes. I don't feel good.
Yeah.
This is going to be a running theme all episode, but every once in a while, I'm sure one will come through at some point, like
yeah,
my
a
stomach
burp or
rumbling. But I'm gonna pop. I don't feel good. I do need to eat another though, because I'm kind of hungry. But
Well, they're kind of like you tear through. And you're like, oh, that was
you
easy
rip
as
through.
fuck.
So this is what I was gonna say. So they come. So okay, let's actually rate the burgers. Let's
Okay,
say it's
yeah.
the drinks for me. If drinks are like a 5, that's a 5. That's like a free 5.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
right?
it's like putting your name down on
It
the
is.
test. It's a
It
free
is,
5.
but they did put their name down on
They
the
put their
test,
name
so
down.
it's okay.
That's
they actually
true.
put their name down a
To
lot.
me, it's like not even there. You know what I mean? That's like the thing about the drinks from other places because it's not like Krystals didn't make
You shouldn't
Coke.
expect it.
They didn't make Sprite.
No, but they did it
It's like
right.
they just get it from them.
Yeah, they just.
It just is what it is.
Maintenance is key.
That's
It
You
true.
don't
is.
have that
Yeah.
CO2 kept up or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
and
too
this-
syrupy.
So
people are like,
then
How you
let's
like
get to the
valley
burgers.
girl now?
So I think Krystal, in fact, is the only place that it straight up accepts quantity. Gee, good Lord, I can't speak today. I'm not good at hosting. They do quantity over quality real
Oh
hard.
yeah, for sure.
Considering they have the sackful order and each one has their own little casing.
it's super interesting. I think Taco Bell was once that place.
Taco
but they've
Bell-
tried to elevate themselves.
Yeah,
recently.
which is wrong and dumb, and they should stop.
Yeah.
I would even accept if they just said, we're not doing real ground beef anymore. There's going to be horse meat in it. And I'd be like, all right, if it's cheaper.
Krystals or
No,
Oh,
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
It can't
How
be
dare-
it can't be cheaper with horse meat. There's like
Then
8
why is there
horses
horse meat-
for every 1,000
But then
cows.
why does horse meat end up in shit? Surely it must just be cheaper for some
Because
reason.
they said they had a cow.
Whoa.
And then they were like,
And then they're like, all right, we have to order.
Seabiscuit, come
We
here.
have
what the
to
fuck
send-
does that have to do with Krystals?
We were talking about quality versus quantity. And then Taco Bell also used to do the quantity over quality thing.
Yokiro.
Oh, is that the old Taco Bell thing?
Oh,
tried to
Yokiro.
Yeah.
That kind of predates me.
Oh, really?
Because it was like 2002, 2004.
supposedly they the people who ran that ad thing or something, they sued Taco Bell over it. Or
Whoa, they
something.
probably
Whole
lost.
thing. Can't wait till we do
whatever
the
that
Taco
was.
Bell episode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, Krystal's you don't go to McDonald's and you don't go, I want 10 Big Macs. They would literally be
No,
like,
they would
"You
say,
are
shut up.
insane."
Yeah, and it'd make you wait way longer than we would.
No, it would have been an hour for 10 Big
Yeah.
Macs. Because one Big Mac is already 10 minutes
Yeah.
sometimes. This was I don't know whether to judge whether it was quick or really
I don't know.
slow.
Yeah, I really don't know how.
Because I'm
how-
honestly,
yeah.
because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this much of an order anywhere else would probably take longer.
Like if someone said, I need you to do 24 of these, half of them with cheese, half of them without.
Anywhere else,
4
that
orders
would
of
go to the
fries.
back and then would go, what?
Yeah, I'd
and
be
this
like,
was probably like, all right. So,
If it's regular?
yeah, all right. I think that's like a solid 4 for drive-through out of 5. In,
Like the
in the
drive-thru?
food segmenting that I'm doing at the moment. However, let's get to the rough part. These burgers, I'm going to give them a point for every burger I had.
Okay, that's fair.
And so then I have to take one away.
Yeah,
'cause
for
I had,
every burger you wish you didn't.
Yeah, for every burger I wish I didn't have. So I think for the hamburgers, let's see here. That's 4 points.
Because you ate how many?
I had 7 burgers, and I had 4 of them were hamburgers, and then the 3 cheeseburgers I didn't want now. Now that it's too late, I didn't want them anymore. So 1.
But that still could even be less because you might have another one.
Well, I'll have a
during this
hamburger.
recording, and then
I'll have a
still-
hamburger because I don't want another cheeseburger.
Okay, because the cheeseburgers.
I
were-
think my prize for hitting the end of the mountain first before you is that I get more hamburgers.
I like the cheese part better.
I think you're a
Yeah,
psychopath.
I'm on this side of the table.
The burgers
Yes,
themselves.
you are.
Like, so if y'all had to totally rank the burger, like just the
If I had
the burger, like just eating the burgers,
just eating a single burger or the normal burgers?
the normal one, yeah.
Am I including it in the idea that if you go to Krystal, you have to have 3? Like, that's kind of the way you exist.
You have to like eat many of them.
Yeah.
This was too many, but it's their fault for giving me the option.
They
should have stopped
They
us.
should have clarified to us how dumb we were.
Yeah,
right?
I
They-
should have
yeah.
ordered 24 burgers, and they should have gone, you sure?
Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, so I think food, they're at out of 50 right now for me, a 10.
Oh, that's pretty low.
But there's still fries. So they could
There's still fries they could come.
they could
back
come
from.
up. And then here's the thing, and I can't realistically give the burgers a 1 because I've just had 7. And I'm going, oh, God. And I'm looking at an 8th, and I go, I could do that.
But you can.
I can, but I'm still going to give them a 5.
Okay.
No, I'm giving them a 4. All right, so I'm at...
So what are we giving? What are you ranking the food at right now?
My food ranking total is at, let me see, 13 out of 50.
Out of 50.
But the fries were good, so that's a 10.
So the fries were a bulk of that score.
I actually think the fries were nasty good. Like, okay, I said nasty. That's the wrong way to put it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The fries were phenomenally good.
They
Because they're
taste-
like big, thick potato
They
fries.
taste like potatoes.
like legit.
like
Krystal,
you could taste potato.
Krystal used to have like thin little skinny boys,
Mm-hmm.
right? They had the like really thin cut fries that I don't really love. And then now they're like steak fries, and they're legit good.
And this is a post because during COVID
9/11?
they had the
Oh.
weird fried, like the double fries that were meant to last longer. Now they have regular fries.
Yeah.
So I guess delivery is not a thing. More takeouts come out. I love.
Yeah,
the
but
fries.
if you were bothering to spend the money to do like DoorDash, you are not getting Krystal. I refuse. I'm sure people do, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
judge
sure
them.
someone does.
No, I
That's
mean,
true.
I'm sure people do anything, but like, I so doubt anybody's like, man, I'm gonna spend $20 because I have to deliver.
When you ask me to put 50 points to 2 food items and a soda, it feels really paltry
So I'm
to
at-
sit there.
23.
So you're sitting at 23 right now. If you're saying 13 for
I
every-
suddenly
and then
agree with the burgers
the
being a
fries
1.
were
Yeah, I'm at a 19.
so total
I'll total at 19.
food for everything
19
for
out of
Krystals.
50.
A 19 out of 50.
That
for
sounds
Austin.
fair, right?
Well, yeah, because you ate
Because I feel sick.
because you will have eaten 8 of them.
If I can eat an 8th in a moment, then it'll go up to 20.
I think it's more about you. I think it's more like what would that say about you as a person if you were the rated of 4 and you sat there and ate 8 of them? You know what I mean? Like where's your self value?
good.
I'm doing my journalistic duty
It's true.
by eating my given amount. We all had a duty as
We
a
agreed.
food fighter
Yeah, we agreed.
to eat 8.
And I think that as the host, it would be really commendable if you ate even more than your 8 on air for the rest of the audience and know what they could go through if they potentially bought a sack full themselves.
That's true.
You double dog dare me?
Because the idea, right, is that what we eat, you can probably try and eat on your own.
Sure. No.
So
I think
if
the
you're
audience,
following
audience,
along-
if you're watching and
No,
following
if you're
along
following
and eating along with
and
us,
you're also like, God, how am I going to eat 24? This one's for you.
Mm-hmm.
This one's for you. Hit your 8. If you're like me and you're a brave soldier, hit your mark. Show, what's your food rating while I die?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually very Krystals forward, so I'd say a solid 25. I think it's one of the one sandwich places that's mustard forward, and I like mustard on my food.
you look so upset. 25 though, that's pretty high. Like I know that we just were saying
gonna
that,
turn
but like
violent.
for like we're giving them half the possible points they could get. Is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
because I think that this is exactly
you
what it was
frequent it.
supposed to be.
It's true, but that doesn't mean it's good.
Because like with Zaxby's, it's supposed to be better.
And I was angry.
And
You're
the
right.
thing that makes it worse is that it's not.
Right. And we rated Zaxby's much lower than this.
Because of like a perception, like we perceived it to be
Right.
one thing and we were let down.
Because Krystals is like, oh, you eat at Krystals.
Y'all gotta tell me I'm brave and I can do this.
No, Austin, I think you're really brave
Austin,
and it's
you
really
can-
cool.
You don't have to listen to
get-
the
no,
producer.
no.
You can do whatever you
Get
want.
another burger for Austin.
Oh my
show.
God.
Get another burger for Austin.
I can't reach it. It's just right at it. I can't.
I really can't. I forgot to talk. I forgot we were doing a show. I forgot I was in the chair. I forgot we were recording. I forgot I was supposed to talk in the mic. All I could think about was a ninth burger, and my brain went, All right.
Because it's not just the 8 burgers that you're eating. It's also a whole thing of fries.
Go down.
Bring it down one.
right.
I don't want this one anymore.
So you're at 19. What do you want to take it to?
18. I don't want to eat this one.
18. Yeah, he did not like. Yeah, that was the rule we said. Yeah, you don't want to eat it. You gotta give it back.
As he continues to still eat it, though.
I think you should eat more. I mean, shit. I think you should eat more too, Joe.
I think you should eat more. You piece of shit. You did this to me.
You work out more than us.
I'm on a camera that can barely pick it up. No one can see me even.
Oh, so it's not content I'm not going to eat.
Yeah, it's not content.
Content.
Okay, so Joe, you're giving Krystal's
25.
food a 25.
Straight
That's
up.
fair.
I
cool
think
with it.
it's good.
It's look. I think it's a little high, but it's fine. Because it is what it is. So
I have a
food.
question.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm not going to ask producer.
Yeah.
But where are you rating it? You don't count, but like number.
6 out of
All
50.
of it?
6 out of 50.
Oh, my God.
Did you have a fry at least?
Yeah, and I don't like that. I didn't like thick fries. I'm not
Oh.
a thick fry guy. I'm a shoestring fry guy.
All right. Well, that's just a difference of opinion.
It's like, yeah.
This
that's
is why we're pros. To be
I
fair.
like all fries.
No,
to
we're
me,
pros.
to me, the
I know.
fry was barely the rating. To me, the idea of eating 8 burgers is so something that's been burned in my brain
We did the math wrong.
that there's no way on earth
When
we
we,
could do it.
when
We did the
when
math
ordered,
wrong.
When we ordered.
Yes.
No, we did, but now we have to pay the price,
The ultimate price, yeah.
and I'm paying it.
Yeah.
I'm like Jesus.
No, I think you're doing a service to a bunch of people. They're
I am.
They're seeing.
I did good.
Support Austin's Kickstarter where
Yeah.
he gets his stomach
All right,
pumped.
so we know where we're at. Well, I have to do that anyways most Thursdays because this is my usual meal. What are we? Can you
Good God.
imagine? Okay, we should move on. I
Yes.
think we've been on food for a minute.
No, we're good on food.
So after that, we got branding.
Okay.
Branding
This is probably-
basically of lore, marketing, kind of all the recognizable
Yeah,
things
mix of
about a
everything
company.
from a slogan to a mascot to an advertisement you like from Krystal. But it can also be, like you said, lore. And our producer Kane said he had some facts for us, some Krystal
Kane
factoids.
facts.
Kane facts.
Got a couple facts.
All right, we'll throw them out.
It's a bit less. So we already mentioned it actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that we mentioned how it was basically like White Castle.
Yeah.
It literally stole it. They literally said they went to White Castle and they said we need to make this in the South. There's not this business yet.
And what's crazier than that is when Mr. Krystal decided to start the company.
Chicago World Fair or something. It was like some crazy
It was in the
event.
middle of the Great Depression.
There we go.
Yeah, because it was because the first Krystal opened in 1932
Yeah. Literally like smack in the worst economic crisis
in
America's ever
Chattanooga,
had.
Tennessee.
Which is
I love Chattanooga.
Which is
Beautiful
exactly where
city.
this should go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chattanooga is a nice
Is that
place,
one still
actually.
open? Is the original one still open?
Probably.
That's a great question. It was prefab building too from Chicago. Like they built it in
Super
Chicago.
cool.
Oh, and they moved it
Transported
over?
the whole thing over. Yeah.
I mean,
How
that
did this
explains-
business work?
And
How
at
is that a
at
success?
that place,
They must
right,
have been good.
They had an order. The first order, which I was going to make us
was
do
2
instead.
sackfuls.
It's kind of close. The first order it's 6 Krystal burgers
right.
and a cup of coffee. That was the
Oh, 'cause
first
it was a
ever
diner.
order
It was a diner at one point.
for
was big.
35 cents.
The arbitrary cup
We
of
paid-
coffee with a lunchtime food. Wow.
No, that's spoilers. Yeah, actually, Future Austin, cut that.
Spoiler.
It is a spoiler. Yeah, bleep it.
Bleep
Future
it.
Austin, bleep that.
Actually, we spent.
Yeah, okay, and I'll do a black bar over your face. So, whoa, Kane, stop being.
I was going to say teaser alert. That's not a thing, is it?
You can tease me, big boy.
Teaser alert.
I think a teaser alert would be a fun.
Teaser alert?
Yeah, like teaser alert. Like,
Teaser alert. We're about to tease you.
I'm about
get
to
ready.
tease you. Don't tease me.
So you said the first order was this. Actually, you said in the pre-show, Kane, that the sack itself
Is edible?
Is a what would we call that?
Oh, the sack is like a normal thing.
Yeah, like why is it a thing?
The sack was popular. A sackful.
Popular.
Getting a sackful.
Getting a sack full, which is 12.
which is
what
12
that
because
means.
a celebrity would come in and order a bunch of them and they needed to sell it to them in bigger amounts because he would buy several bags full.
Okay, let's try and work out who it is.
Right.
Like
okay.
when
so this is pretty early.
Give me a date. Give me a date.
Let's
like
call. Let's 50s.
Oh, it's got to be fucking Elvis. That fat piece of shit. It has to be Elvis.
It's Elvis. It's Fat Elvis. It's Fat Elvis. Fat Elvis is why we have sack full of burgers.
Do you think it was the fool's gold that got him, or do you think he went 2 sackfuls, please?
No, yes. That is the house.
I wonder if they could legit, because there's a place in Tennessee, I think it is, where they're like, we killed Elvis.
That's not the we killed Elvis.
No, they do. They're like, this is the sandwich that got him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
We slaughtered him. I feel like Krystal should get a share.
He should, though.
I think Krystal should legit.
My food score is now 30.
Oh, because they killed Elvis?
Killed Elvis. I'm kidding.
All right, man.
That's like a lore
That's
score.
good for lore, though. That's good advertising.
They pretty much said,
true as far
That's
as
good
like,
lore.
no, it's
That's
so
points.
good that you would literally die.
That's awesome. It's the last thing you need. I actually think I feel similar to Elvis right
What's
now.
crazy is that
I think I know what he went through.
1950s, I think Elvis was already quite unhealthy at that moment, right? In the 1950s?
The 50s? Wasn't he like still banging whoever he wanted at that time, though?
Oh, you knew that, whatever.
I guess so.
Let's see. They used to serve food on plates.
When did Elvis die?
'Cause
Yeah,
they
they
were
did.
diner
They used to
style.
use, for a very long time, too, to the point where I talked to my parents, and they remembered ordering Krystal. My parents are in their 60s. They remember ordering Krystal and it actually coming out on plates if you ate inside.
It's kind of nice.
But that's like way more recent than you'd think. Like McDonald's existed at that point, and
true.
Krystal was still out here serving plates and washing them.
It is weird.
That's
that
crazy.
Yeah, you know what's nuts is that Krystal was open for 20 years before McDonald's opened.
Yeah, that's insane.
I wonder. I mean,
And 10 years after White Castle, for
that's a
some
real
reason.
success kind of question. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know. That's very interesting.
Wait.
Why is it Krystal with a K?
What's in his name?
they it's not.
Oh, I actually do know why. We know this. We've talked about this before.
Oh.
Show and I do this a lot. We talk about fast food sometimes. It's one of our favorite topics. But, Kane, I'll let you, because you probably have like an actual thing in front of you. to explain
Well, the
why
thing
it's
I was
called
saying is that unless you have a different thing that I have,
No, you go
His
first.
wife named it apparently because she wanted to use the play off the term "crystal clean" that was going on to make the restaurants feel like they were a clean
Yes.
place to go and like it was a.
But it was that was actually, if I understand correctly, that's actually part of the reason it was a successful business, because you would go to Krystal, you know the area was clean, and you knew the food wasn't dirty, and it was like walk up together, and I think we really and truly do take that for granted in like modern day.
Sure, yeah.
You got to think about it. This was closer
That was a huge
to
selling point.
This is closer to 100 years old.
That's when they still
Yeah.
had wood
No, you're
chips
right.
in, the,
Yeah.
in the toilet paper.
I mean, like literally though.
Yeah.
I mean, the business opened like 12 years after The Jungle was released, right? Like the novel, right? Like, I mean, this is like the time.
This is ancient.
Yeah.
Anything. This is literally like people are like, oh, this pre-war car. Talking about like, I'm a big car guy. Talking about like pre-World War II era cars. That's like half of Jay Leno's shtick. This is pre-World War II food. We're historians right now.
It's pretty cool.
You want to know another thing that's super cool about
And
Krystals that I
imagine
found
it doesn't
out?
taste that different.
Yeah, it's
Krystal is they're actually homies because they have been the largest provider in America of public Wi-Fi since 2003 of any food chain.
That's cool.
Yeah,
How?
since 2003 they have been, because since 2003 it's like the longest running thing. So they provided internet longer, the Wi-Fi, to any business in America that's a food restaurant in the amount of period of time, basically, is what they're saying.
But I feel like even if Starbucks, if Starbucks has been around for, I just can't believe that number's right.
That's what they say.
Because there's
And
not enough Krystal.
I think it's because Starbucks probably didn't get public Wi-Fi until like
If
2010.
Starbucks got public Wi-Fi last year, they would probably still crack Krystal within the next year, right? There's like 10,000 Starbucks and everybody uses their Wi-Fi.
I wonder then if it was Krystals that forced McDonald's to introduce public Wi-Fi then.
Do you think, but that means Krystal is like a threat.
Because there was a period of time where McDonald's was trying to encourage people to sit in their restaurants and spend time in them. Like
And they still do that in Europe, which is
yeah,
odd.
yeah.
They still,
in Japan, it's the same kind of model.
in Japan, it's that way. France especially It's like a nicer version of
McDonald's.
Well, it actually like this. Okay, going back, we're gonna talk about McDonald's for a sec. I'll be brief. But there is a very good video about why McDonald's uses like recyclable, like throwaway stuff in their restaurants.
Single-use stuff.
Yeah, a lot of so you can instead of like, or they don't use. Now I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't maybe the video wasn't that good. Right. But the idea was like because they eat inside, and it's like the whole idea of it. McDonald's is like very different in France specifically, not just Europe. Like if you go to Britain, I imagine it is very similar to how it is in the States. But France's is apparently nicer.
They make it fit the culture a little bit better.
Yeah, they do it.
Interesting.
I can't see Krystals working anywhere else other than the southern United States because I can't imagine it being different. You know what I mean? That's where it can't. That's where Krystals doesn't have legs.
I think Korea would like it as a weird sticky thing.
I think if Korea managed to have Krystal, I think Korea's BMI would increase.
So here's just something I'm about to say. Now that y'all have both done this,
Right.
I'm about to bring my last fact. I want you to just really sit here and think about this, Austin.
Okay, I'm gonna.
'Cause I know that you're really.
Okay, let me get my sunglasses. I'll look you in the
So
eyes.
how many burgers did you eat?
8.
Just think about how you feel.
Are you gonna do the calorie
Bad.
count?
In
Don't do this to
2007,
me.
at the Krystal World Hamburger Eating Championship,
No,
our homie,
don't you dare say over 20.
Mr. Joey Chestnut,
Yeah!
ate. How many burgers do you think he ate in 8 minutes?
Oh, this is the GOAT. He had to hit like 40 or 50.
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Just think about it. Like, how many did that take you? Like, be realistic. 8 minutes.
All
Well,
right.
yeah, but he can also like probably
He
fit
probably had
2
the
at
water
once.
thing. How many y'all think?
80 Krystals.
No, I don't know about 80. 10 per minute is too much.
Just think about that.
That's too many, I think.
80.
I'm giving him 60.
103.
What?
103. He
How many
ate
is that per minute?
103
Here's the thing. So even to
Krystal
say like,
burgers
even to
in 8
say
minutes.
like,
But why 103? That's such a bizarre number. So
he
he got
probably
three.
was just
He got like
going.
3 over 100. And was like, actually, fuck
That
it.
is
do you think they had to
that
bring
is
him
a
more?
quarter
They got
Krystal.
100 out and they went, all right, that's probably enough.
No,
right?
they probably didn't have enough. They probably were like, holy shit, we don't have enough.
And they were like, grab for the other contestants. Joey's got it.
It was supposed to be 10 minutes, and they were like, fuck it, call it 8 minutes.
It is
We-
one Krystal sandwich every 4 seconds.
That's so nuts.
That's awful news. But also, you have to think
So
about.
we'll definitely be linking that
Well,
video.
you have to be thinking about. There's a point where
I'm gonna look
it's
it up.
like
Let's see if he
it's
does
like
it.
the idea of in the middle of the game, an athlete is at their peak. So at some point, he was probably doing like 6.
And this is 2007, so he was probably in his fucking.
He was probably a monster.
No, he was like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he was the Michael Jordan of eating things.
Like he was
shouldn't be.
straight up.
Of eating an inordinate amount of food. So at some point, he was probably eating like
That's
2
so,
per second.
Okay. No.
You know what I mean? Like he had to be literally
It's
doubling
like
them.
flow state of a food
Yeah,
eating or
that's
something.
exactly what
like,
I mean,
You're
though.
like, I'm in it.
Like you see a basketball player like weaving properly, like, and like truly hitting their max potential, and it like flips
so
sides.
Joey
like,
Chestnut hit the apex.
hit
of
the
Whoa.
apex of
Krystal
eating.
burgers.
Real quick though.
Okay.
I will say this. Just look at this.
Do we
up.
have a video of this?
There is I'm going to send the video, but
We'll pull it up. Well, it's going up right now
Kobayashi,
for audio
you know
listeners.
Kobayashi,
Yeah.
the other food.
The other goat.
Yeah.
He holds the
they
record
hit
at
200.
93
What a loser!
no dunks.
Whoa!
Meaning he didn't dunk his burger in any water.
I didn't think
to
about
have
it.
the
That's like
thing.
a whole different
He holds a
class.
record, no dunks, 93 burgers.
That's like the difference of UFC versus UFC with brass knuckles.
I like that. Man.
Like Conor McGregor is probably good at some point.
So someone with like a really wet mouth needs to go for the no dunk record.
Kobayashi is a real wet mouth.
God,
kind of
okay,
guy.
hold on. Just real quick. This is just
Oh,
stat
my
thing.
name is Kobayashi.
They did this competition in 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Never ever did it again. after
What?
that.
Why not? What happened?
The
Probably
winners
death.
were Kobayashi the first 3, then Chestnut, and then the last one, Kobayashi wins with the no dunking thing. But interesting enough, from 2005, right, Kobayashi won with 67. The next year, he had the win with 97. He found the way to
pushed himself.
He had pushed himself to eat 30. Like they were originally around what y'all were talking about, and then they were like, "That's fucking
Yeah,
too
'cause
slow. we could fucking put more." than
What
that."
tech can be discovered in just eating shit?
That's what I'm fucking wondering.
What is wrong with them?
Like,
Bro, I had 8
in the
and I
span,
went,
in the span
"Oh."
of 3 calendar years, they expanded their stomachs by 40 Krystal burgers.
My God, I have never heard of an athlete
You've
hit their
seen
peak
how they do the
that
food
far.
eating prep, right? Where they like they drink and purge like gallons of water at a time.
There has been no event since 2010 as the company changed its marketing focus and efforts to new products and new company-owned
See,
restaurants.
this is the problem, though, because it was like around the time they were being sold from Wendy's, I think it is. Or they were selling Wendy's because they owned a lot of Wendy's. It was around that time where their marketing stopped being
They
good.
sold Wendy's, yeah.
Because I do kind of remember it was a marketing push. But they were
Holy shit. But
Okay, Kane's just losing it.
I'm just talking this thing. At the beginning of the 2009 one, the final one where they won,
Kobayashi beat
they all
Joey
had to
Chestnut.
each. They all had to each eat 5 big Angus burgers.
Oh
that they had
my
at the
God.
beginning. So he did that and then finished 93
Cranked
dunkless.
down
Dunkless.
93 with not a drop of water?
What the fuck?
Bro, what? How much is 90? Okay. To really put it into perspective.
Holy shit, he won $20,000 for it.
Okay, that's how he ate 90 something of them. However, I'd like to really point
It
out
would be
what we're
almost
doing.
$200 of food.
I just ate, well, it's Krystal, so it's probably more like 100. But it's like, if you did, because I assume they're cheeseless and everything. So if you really sit and do the math, you can get a snack, what is it, a sackful.
Sackful.
Yeah, I said a snackful. This is not a snack. You get a sackful for 15, which is 12. So 100 is...
All right, I'm out of that rabbit hole. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. It was very good.
$150?
That was crazy.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. 100. Well, it's a little under that. It'd be what? 135?
Yeah.
Because you get 2 extra each time.
It's insane.
That's still $135 worth of food to earn 20 grand. I'm also
That's
to really,
not
to put it in
not how
perspective-
it, that's not how
Yeah, it
the
is.
math
Yeah,
That was
like the
math.
physical toll on
of
the
you
body.
practice, you would have to buy that a couple times to know
Yeah,
that you could
'cause you
do
know
it.
he
You'd for sure have to
practices.
practice. Yeah.
So you're saying that Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut actually
Probably invested
break even.
$5,000
Yeah,
of that
yeah.
into Krystals beforehand.
Do you think like,
No,
like,
and that's why they know that they're going to make money because like these people have to buy Krystal burgers to fucking practice for our competition, so they have to
Just
come to
looking for
us.
someone to give
yeah,
like a big
them
peek.
alone. Joey Chestnut probably.
All right, I got nothing
obliterates.
else to give for branding.
Yeah, but that was
so-
strong. That's like a solid 20 for lore.
Yeah, so what are y'all thinking about
All in all,
lore branding?
The only thing I have against them now is that their advertisements aren't memorable. I can't think of anything.
I can't recall one.
Admittedly, this is an issue of just not having cable anymore, but that is also a fault of Krystal for not
I was
having
gonna say they
online
can go
marketing.
digital.
No, they
Yeah.
have YouTube ads. I
And
don't
they
see them.
totally
Yeah.
could by now.
Especially looking at this cup right in front of us, it says open late. That's a big thing for young people on the internet.
And what's really
So, I
weird
mean,
is that they also have a hashtag
live a little.
that's live a little, but they have like Facebook, that makes sense. Twitter also clearly makes sense. And Instagram. If you post on an Insta that you just had
I realized I
Krystal,
wasn't wearing headphones
and
at
you're
all
like,
this whole
oh,
time.
that's fine. That's probably fine. If you post on your Insta, I don't have long. I'm going to need to take a break in a minute, and I'm not kidding at all. It hit, and I know it's coming. I got maybe
That's okay.
2.
We got a time where you can stop. No,
Yeah, I
you're
have 2 minutes, and I'm not kidding.
good. Because why?
I'm about to fucking blow a toilet up. I'm about to explode. I'm going to see if we can get some bubble gut sounds in, but no, I don't feel good. No, it's fine. But so for lore, branding, and everything, I think their issue is what they're good at is being open late. I know what they are, but I don't trust them. I would never willingly be like, yeah, let's go to Krystal. The only reason we went is because we're going for the show. I think you're a lunatic for ever going to Krystal on your own.
This year I've only gone once
I hate
outside
you.
of this, which
Bro.
out of this year is
It's
a
only
lot.
13 days into this year.
I know, it's a lot.
Yeah,
of
that's one more than it should be, show. What's wrong with you? It made me sick within 30
You're basically
minutes.
saying, I've only been once in a week and a half.
Okay. So I got to say for brand, not great ads anymore. I think they used to be good ad-wise, but... And there's history. And there's history and lore.
Good God.
That's true. Like the actual history of it is cool.
Yeah, and there's it's a storied career. It's like when you talk of the Trojan War.
It's like the McDonald's less sexy cousin.
Yeah. Well, it's his old uncle.
It's the
That
Tina
taught him how to
of
work.
The Belchers
What does that mean?
from Bob's Burgers. It's burger
Oh,
reference. Tina
that's right.
from Bob's Burgers.
I'm getting a headache.
Belchers.
This is like genuinely killing me.
Do you need
This
to go,
must be how Elvis felt when he died.
This is literally how Elvis died.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
I'm
will
gonna
give
make
you.
it.
Okay, hold on. I really.
take a break. Take a break.
Take 5.
Wait, no, what's your score?
Oh,
Out of 30.
20.
All right.
That was a lot of good history and lore. Well, what's yours?
I was gonna say 12, but then you reminded me of the history, so 22.
22?
22.
You're being generous.
I
He
like
likes
crystals. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he likes crystals.
Crystal,
yeah.
Crystal has not done me wrong in that sense.
All right, we have one last rating left, and that is success. Of the brand. And this is where I think Krystal does have to kind of get a fail.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
But for like a 100-year-old company.
They are.
Real quick, before we move on, do you want to retract any points from your food score based off
technically,
your?
you don't have any more crystals in you.
Yeah. I feel like I can't wait. I'm not going to let this go by without us mentioning. It has to affect the score, in my opinion. Will you either rate it higher or lower, though?
Couldn't get through a single recording. So far, has never happened.
Yeah, never happened.
that's-
never happened yet.
And this is like, let's also preface, I say it every episode, I have a massive gluten intolerance and I have a massive lactose intolerance. I will say, not only did that just happen to me, it will happen again within 40 minutes. I don't feel very good. I'd have to say I rated the food an 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, that's fine.
You know what?
That's about what you should.
Because the math that we did
It
was
was
like,
already including all of them.
yeah, I knew this was
That
on
was
the way.
this was a option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't an option. This was guaranteed.
Just guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah, I
This
could
was
feel it
the
from
outcome.
from the second burger.
That's the thing.
I knew it was on the way, so it didn't really bug me. I was just kind of like, I'm a brave warrior. I can take it, and I did it. This was my odyssey. This was my
awesome.
journey.
No, yeah. This is
You are the Ryan Seacrest of food content.
It's true. I
You
am.
work too hard.
I do. I need to work out. What? Like now. I will say, maybe I should bring it down.
This
by
is
a
like the
point.
moment.
No, because this was, this is legit. This is going to be the thing that gets me in the gym. Because I ate all this and went, I'm such a fat piece of shit. I want to go home and shower. I
knew I
feel awful. I feel awful. Okay.
Success, yeah.
Yeah,
Out of
success.
20.
So out
So
of
for a
20,
100-year-old company, you don't
they're a
think it's
100-year-old
that
company,
successful.
and it's very important. But what's also important is that I know for a fact they've gone bankrupt at least once.
Okay.
Like recently.
Yeah.
I think
I'm gonna Google that.
I think they were doing bad at some, like they were doing fine through the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Something in the 2000s changed. And I don't know what it
Savings
was.
and loans.
It could be, but I'm pretty sure the financial crisis in 08 happened and they have not recovered.
Interesting.
I think they've literally been on a
they
downward trend.
filed
since
for
then.
bankruptcy last year.
Yep. Which is that's
Chapter
not
10
good.
or it would have to be Chapter 11, right?
Yes.
Chapter
Yeah.
11 restructuring. Okay.
I think they've been
Yeah,
bought
'cause they're
out.
not
I don't-
closing.
I don't remember the full story of it. I assume they've lost locations. Like they're, I wouldn't say like a dead company or anything, but they weren't busy. I never see Krystal popping.
That's true.
And so I wonder if their money is just all
Like
reserved.
I feel
No,
like
they-
I'm one of the major customers.
Yeah.
All the
should
locations, none of the locations closed
No way.
after filing for
Why?
bankruptcy.
That's
All of them
actually incredible on like
stayed
an employment
open.
level.
Why? I mean, yeah, that's really cool. but
There's also not as there are 230 restaurants across 10 states.
That's it?
Yep.
yes,
That's it.
that's why I think the success can't be that high. They're a very old company.
And they have
But
so little.
for a company that's this old and for something as locked in as burgers fast food, they are so small, which is why I say the Wi-Fi thing cannot be true because there's
their ability to make an
10,000
impact.
Starbucks and they all do free Wi-Fi.
Right.
It doesn't matter if Starbucks started that
And you know,
literally 5 years ago, which who knows, but
and you know what? And I'm not going to do any more research. And I'm telling the audience right now, what I said was either true or not true.
Tell us in the comments.
so what was
By
the
that,
actual
tell us,
fact?
actually comment on our video.
Yeah, and if you like the fact that I just ate 8 hamburgers
Yeah, please
and
fucking-
nearly died like
if
Elvis
you want to
did.
see
Just-
10,
If you wanna see 10, make sure to
subscribe. Yeah, there we go.
I guess nobody can sub to this video.
No, we're putting this on OnlyFans.
Jesus Lord. I'm bringing the bathroom. Cut that. I was gonna say, what was the actual fact about it? About the this is gonna decide my success score. My success score now. Those burgers fuck me up. What was the actual fact about the internet thing? It was they have given the most internet. Or they just done it since 2003, and that's
I couldn't find another website to support the first claim.
I would believe that they were the oldest, or like very new into it.
They were-
2003
they're-
for free Wi-Fi
2003
is
for free
early.
Wi-Fi is
That's
early.
extremely
And
early.
when we
But
think
even
about
what
scalability,
They were suggesting doesn't. You're right. Doesn't track because even if it was about amount of hours of free Wi-Fi, Starbucks
that just
would
doesn't make
fucking
any sense
kill
at all.
It doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
Starbucks. I 100% Starbucks caps that. And
Still is interesting though that it's a
No,
thing,
weird
and
they were that early.
and it's a thing too. Like on their website, like every.
Yeah,
and
free
I don't know
Wi-Fi.
if this is true or not,
It's-
but every single restaurant of Krystal's has free Wi-Fi. Does every McDonald's in America have free Wi-Fi?
I don't know, but most people have cellular, so it doesn't really matter anymore. I don't think
doesn't
free,
really
free
matter
Wi-Fi is that
that-
deep.
yeah.
the
anymore.
free Wi-Fi thing is big in foreign countries, like
That's
in
true.
Europe and Japan.
No, that's very true.
Like because, as international travelers, we really rely on that Wi-Fi.
No, it's very true.
So then I bet you that Krystal serves like a lower income bracket. So there are people that probably have Wi-Fi only phones.
or people that are still limited on rate.
Minutes
Honestly,
and
people
everything.
with a lower, but the people in a lower tax bracket, to be nice about it,
True.
they probably would ditch Wi-Fi instead of having no cellular.
Not cellular. It's
Because
very
if you
true.
do the math, cellular makes more sense to have.
there was some decision. Someone really clever in
don't know.
2003 in Krystal was like, "Hey, Wi-Fi is the future."
And I think that helped. No, and it's good. It's just, it's a shame that, like, what comes out of that now?
Yeah,
Nothing.
What's so out of 20?
At 20 for Success, I mean, they're a bankrupt company, but they've been around for over 90 years now, right?
Only bankrupt once, though, right? I
thought it was
that's
twice.
pretty- oh, twice.
Twice.
The success they had was also, it was just a long time ago, but I think at some point in its history, I have to look at it and be like, it was, but they've had success for a long time. And they were one of the early investors in Wendy's. That was,
Is that why Wendy's has square burgers too?
I want to genuinely say that's part of it. Interesting. Because Wendy's,
It's like same supply chain.
the thing I
or something.
remember, that's what I've thought, but they're also two differently sized, so maybe it's just a coincidence. But
I've always heard that the Wendy's. We should do Wendy's coming up sometime soon.
we could do
But it was Dave Thomas of Wendy's wanted a piece of the burger hanging off, so then you could always see it, something like that.
Yep.
That's what
That's,
he said.
Yeah.
That's literally exactly what I
Yeah,
just read.
perfect.
right. And I think that
Wendy's episode done.
or it's because you went like, well, Krystal has square burgers. And he came up with a real reason.
the
in-
real
in the
right
80s.
after like they asked him and he went,
Yeah.
oh well wait no I can't say that. I work at Google. I can't say anything about
Yeah, no competition.
no
please.
competition.
Yeah, we were talking about the Google loss. Okay, so let's not get into that.
Yeah,
that's,
success,
that's a
what-
rant.
Yeah, it's fucking no rants.
One show.
On this show, no rants.
That's for MMR.
That is for MMR. Yeah, I get to talk about that all next to MMR, which is a show you should totally listen to. It's very good. It's a podcast where we talk about whatever we want. Sometimes food might be involved, but probably not because we do this. Every
Everything
Wednesday.
became food-based.
God,
content.
yes. God, yes. That's my dream. So,
Success at 20.
success out of 20, I'd have to give them like, I think a 9.
You know what? I always
They've been around for a long time. One for every year. For every decade they've been around, they
There
get
you go.
they
Yeah.
get a point.
I'm gonna say 8.
Why?
Whoa.
It's the
'Cause-
first number that came to my mind, and
Okay.
I'm too lazy
That's
to
pretty
change
cool.
it.
Right, yeah.
So
But-
what's our totals?
I agree with Austin though that it's not successful in
No,
the
not
way
anymore.
that we deem success relative to like a McDonald's.
Yeah, because the
Or even
success
a
is like
Zaxby's.
existing and growing.
Exactly.
Growth is the real measure of like you should max out on success.
Because if the branding was stronger and the marketing was
Right.
stronger, then technically the success would go
Because
hand
all
in
the
hand
points
with
we're giving them is the lore and the history, and that's
Not
including in
marketing.
success.
We didn't mention any marketing at all.
No, because they don't have it anymore. A lot of their good marketing. I remember Krystal commercials 15 years ago.
When I think of open late, I think of Taco Bell.
I do too. I don't think of Krystal, and I think it's probably because they're smaller. But like, I don't know. They're around me.
I know Waffle House. And
Yeah.
Waffle House does not.
There's not that
there is-
many.
Right, and I get the Waffle House. There's
And people
another
also know what
Georgia-based
Waffle House
brand,
is.
But there's like
People from the north know what Waffle House is.
when we do Waffle House on Food Fight, we have to do Waffle House indicator.
Okay.
Like it is a legal metric. It is like FEMA uses it.
Yeah.
And like
That's fine. It's the Waffle
such
House
a
Index.
cool piece of lore.
Yeah.
And like everyone knows it. That's a
We
huge
can
part
do
of
it.
success.
Y'all
okay.
ready for scores?
So for our, let's get our current scores, and then we have one last thing we have to do if we can find the receipt.
That's true. Should I go? I'm gonna go look for it.
So
Because we have one last metric, cost.
yes. So our Austin's combined score of food, branding, and success is a 47 out of 100.
I believe that is called a failing grade, Kane.
A failing rate.
Yeah, and I haven't even docked points yet.
47. Show you gave everything all combined a 55.
Now, I'd like to point out, fast food in general should probably not really get above a 80, to be honest.
Well, what
'Cause
did
nothing should be
what did we score McDonald's?
Well, we did it on the old format.
Did it on the old.
So we can say it's McDonald's. Let's just throw out a
was
number
like an
that makes
80 or
sense.
90.
It'd be like a 99.4.
Yeah.
Sounds good
Would
to
be
me.
McDonald's out of 100.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
It'd be rare for a fast food place to get over 80. So I think McDonald's should get a 99.8.
Yeah.
Yes,
There you
that's
go.
what I was thinking.
So combined though, what we do is we average our scores. Collectively, y'all have rated Krystal Burger, which by the way, not Krystals. We didn't
They're
get
even
into
saying
that.
it on and off. I've
Yeah.
been saying it both ways.
Just Krystal.
We have the logo like 80 times in front of us, and I still can't get it right. It is Krystal.
51
That-
without even subtracting
Yeah,
our
so,
cost
so
yet.
now we have
So now
the
let's-
final piece.
Yeah, so now we have one last piece. Does anybody have the receipt?
I
Where is it?
don't know where it is, but I remember the total was
The total-
$47.04.
And so what we're going to do is divide that by 3, and we'll just be fair.
Are we going to divide by 4 because we technically fucked up and bought 4?
No, that's their fault. I don't know why it is, but it is
They
theirs.
should have stopped. Yeah.
They should have stopped us.
So divide by 3.
Yeah, I don't have long.
No, I got
My
you.
stomach's about to explode again.
It's about $15 each.
Yeah, $15 to die.
Our total score for Krystals is a 35.3.
That sounds right. Would
Tell
you-
me that doesn't sound right.
Sounds perfect.
I love
Out of
that.
100 to 35.3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Do
Yes.
you remember our Zaxby's score, Kane? I know I'm the one that produced the episode. I should know.
See, I don't remember it.
I don't, but it was definitely higher than 35.
It was higher, which it should have been.
That's
Let's be
crazy,
fair.
though,
It
given-
should be higher.
Given,
But-
though, how much we disliked the food.
Was it higher? I don't remember. I think
I
about
don't
it.
think it was that much higher, but it was higher.
But still, yeah.
I'll say
the food math works.
I will say the food math works because I disliked Zaxby's and I disliked this. This is making me actively sick. Like I'm in like I don't know how to describe it other than I genuinely am in pain right now.
Kane
And I'm
cannot-
doing a lot to hold this
Kane
together.
cannot make me eat anymore. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, he could make
Like,
me.
No,
'cause he
I-
asked,
Austin
but, like,
Austin is the face, and Austin
Well, I had
will
to.
do
I
it.
did my I did my.
But
Because
I
Austin's a good
refuse.
fucking person.
Yeah, I
He
did
actually
I
cares
did
about the
I
audience.
care about you
He
guys.
cares about the
I care
audience.
about you two. Clearly, you two don't care about
Show
me.
doesn't. No, show. I care about the audience even more than you care about them because I made you have those burgers.
That's true. Kane is my.
Kane's
making
Kane
you
is my great commander.
Kane's the one that's making the audience love you.
I did good.
If it wasn't for Kane,
Hey, everybody.
Austin would not exist.
Austin would not. So what's our final score? Let's get it up.
35, right?
35.3.
35.3
Out of 100
Krystal.
at the end for Krystal. That sounds right.
I'll take it.
Hey, if you like this episode of Food Fight, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those funky, wacky things. We got plenty of other content.
And if any listeners or audience have any like hospital grade lactate, if you could send that
Please,
to
if
us,
you
that
could-
would be so awesome.
If you could mail that to me
We should
right
put
now.
Pepto in the budget.
Oh, we should. We actually should. I need a Tums.
Pepto, Bismol, diarrhea.
I need a Tums.
Upset
My
stomach.
I'm getting
Diarrhea.
heartburn. But yeah, if you're what's that? It's like the film fest. It starts with the sun. What is that?
Sundance?
Yeah. If you're watching this at Sundance right now, make sure to vote for us as like best picture.
Yeah.
Because
The fact that we know the categories is what the problem is.
that's a good picture. Bye.